We are heading into Vengeance. We know that The Undertaker will defend the WWE Undisputed Championship in a triple threat match against The Rock, against Kurt Angle in the main event. That's going to be the top spot of Vengeance. But what will be the top spot for SmackDown? Because it's time for your top 5 moments of the 18th of July SmackDown, also known as the Go Home Show for Vengeance. So let's move in. Lots of good spots on this this SmackDown. I thought it was a good show. I believe we rated it 8 out of 10. So it was a solid SmackDown. Might even have been an 8.5.
No, I
think you gave it a 9.
Did I?
I think you did, aye. So it was a good episode, very good episode. Or maybe you gave it an 8. Anyway.
No, I did give it an 8. There was another show I gave a 9.
It was a very, very good episode. We're going to move in then with the list. Coming in at number 5, we have the interaction backstage between Eric Bischoff and Vincent Kennedy McMahon. Eric Bischoff's only been here for 2 shows now, but already the quality with Eric is drastically going up, and pretty much every scene he's in is a good scene. Here he's telling McMahon that he is going to show him ruthless aggression. He's here to sign all the top SmackDown talents to Raw, and he's going to show McMahon that he can be ruthless and that he is the man to lead WWE, and he is the man to lead Monday Night Raw to heights it's never seen before. He's also putting his hands on McMahon's jacket, McMahon's suit. McMahon doesn't really appreciate this. He's eyeing up Bischoff as if, touch my suit one more time and I will kill you, little man. Well, he's also straightening the suit at the same time. So, yeah, really a good segment here.
Proof McMahon does what's best for business. He knew the ratings were down the toilet a wee bit compared to like 2001. And he's like, what do? I get Bischoff. I bite my tongue and I get Bischoff, man. That's what AEW... See what AEW don't like all these old guys and like the flips?
Tony Khan says I'll never sign Hulk Hogan.
Fuck
well, that's your fucking loss, Tony. Anyway, let's move on to number 4, 6-man tag match. We have the tag team champs, Hulk Hogan and Edge, teaming up with big fat ass Rikishi to take on the Un-Americans. Really good match here. Edge did get battered for like the first 10-15 minutes, but once he made the hot tag, and I use that term loosely because Hogan came in moving pretty slow, but still,
like a train out of hell.
Once he made the cold tag to Hogan, the match picked up. We got a bunch of good spots, everyone hitting their finishers, Rikishi getting a big boot in the face from Test, Christian hitting a reverse DDT on Hogan, and Hogan actually getting down well in his back, not giving up on him. Lots of good stuff. Edge finally hitting a spear on Lance Storm to get the 1-2-3, and the Un-Americans lose again to Americans and a Canadian. Well, an American Samoan, an American, and a Canadian. Multicultural here.
It was multicultural on display. I like to see it.
Moving on to number 3 on the list, we've got Kurt Angle versus The Rock. What a main event. What is it with SmackDowns and these big main events? Last week you had Taker and Cena versus Jericho and Angle. This week you have The Rock versus Angle. I mean, these main events, they are just better than what Raw are putting on.
No, they easily are. It's must-watch. Pay-per-view level main event matches every week you get. I feel like with SmackDown.
Fucking Mania.
Mania, damn it.
Mania-worthy main event matches, but how long till Eric Bischoff steals all this top talent away?
Be interesting to see. Bischoff's eyeing it all up. He wants to win. He wants the Hulkster. He even wants Taker. He wants Triple H. He wants to take them all.
I want them all. Taker was at ringside for this, and in the end, he got involved. He caused a DQ, but he wasn't the last man left standing, because that was, in fact, Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle looked strong, taking down Taker, taking down The Rock. Will Kurt Angle leave Vengeance with the WWE Undisputed Championship? We will find out. Moving into number 2, with the ending of the show, with Triple H leaving the arena. Stephanie McMahon desperate to catch up with him, catching him before he gets to the limo, wants him to stay on SmackDown, even though they're going through a divorce at the moment. She wants to put their personal stuff aside and she wants to focus on business, and she thinks having Triple H on SmackDown is good for business. Triple H looks up Stephanie McMahon. Is he beginning to reconsider? Does he want to get back with his wife? No. He tells Stephanie, you put on weight. Triple H then gets into the limo. He goes to leave and the window rolls down. And what's Triple H going to say to Stephanie McMahon? Not a lot, because it's indeed Eric Bischoff in the limo. Eric Bischoff tells Stephanie that he thinks she looks great. And the limo takes off with Eric and Triple H in the back, I'm sure, about to discuss and negotiate a big Raw contract.
It was absolutely epic just seeing Eric Bischoff do a wee shimmy in the back of a limousine. put down the window. You look hot, Stephanie. You look fine to me, damn it.
You're hot to me. And speaking of hot, the number one segment was pretty hot. It's Eric Bischoff again, and it was, I believe, for the first time ever, The Rock and Eric Bischoff crossing paths.
Yep, and The Rock just showing why he's the man. Everything he... See, back in the day, man, when he like got elevated to his main event spot, he really missed with a promo. Like, energy level wise, and I feel like that's crucial to promos. I feel like you look at like Grayson Waller, LA Knight of today's wrestling, and energy levels to promos matter. Seeing people go, oh, it's talk monotone, The Rock is the opposite of monotone. But I do feel like when he came back in later years,
he lost it.
He did. He wasn't... I understand people age.
And I don't think it's because of the Hollywood thing, because when he came back as Hollywood Rock, I think...
He was even better.
I think he was doing some really good stuff, but what you could say is, I mean, Hollywood Rock, he had less than a year away from the company. With The Rock in 2011, he'd been away for, what, like 8 years? So, I mean, that does make a big difference. You know, I guess you're maybe going to lose some of it. Lose your... No, maybe not necessarily passion, but it's probably going to be harder to pick something up after 8 years than it would be after, like, 10 months or a year, so...
No, absolutely. But with this promo, Bischoff's trying to get him. He's like, we were on Nitro. And he's like, yeah, but we weren't, because I put your company out of business.
I was too busy on Raw making sure your company went down the toilet.
If you smell what The Rock is cooking.
I tell you what, I wonder what would have happened if The Rock was on WCW.
I just couldn't. It's weird. I just couldn't imagine The Rock or Austin on WCW.
I don't think they would have flourished. I don't think they would have got to the top spot. I think they would have just been held back.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because no one really did get pushed until like the mid-2000s when Hogan was kind of like, fuck it, I'm away.
Yeah.
So I just see in like 98 and 99, I don't think you would have got Rock and Austin. If they were still in WCW, I think they would have been stuck in the mid-card. I'm not sure that... You could even argue if they were getting over, then their pushes would have been stopped or squashed.
No, I think so. I just don't think it would have worked.
No, I'm not saying the people that were in the top spots were vindictive or anything, but I mean, you can clearly see in WCW that the people on top wanted to stay on top.
Yeah.
And they didn't really care about creating new stars, new faces, and that's why ultimately I think WCW went out of business.
It perished. Eric Bischoff.
Well, let's be honest. See when you look at 96, 97, if both companies flatline and stay the same, there's only fucking one winner.
Yep.
But one evolved, and the other kind of just stuck doing the same thing.
That's all.
You know, so anyway, guys, that is our top 5 moments of SmackDown. Let us know what you think down below. We will catch you up next for the Retro Ruthless Aggression Era reviews. We have WWE Vengeance. So yeah, stay tuned for that review coming soon, guys. Catch you then. Till then, though, peace.